Hi everybody, Mark Browning here, Vice President of College Relations at the College of Western Idaho, standing in today for President Burt Glandon, who's unable to join us. I just wanted to welcome you to our annual Opening Doors event, maybe tell you a little bit about us here at CWI. We're not old, but we're not young on the other hand. We were established by you, the voters, back in 2007. We offered our first classes in January of 2009 with just over 1,200 students. We now serve over 32,000 students each and every year here in the Treasure Valley, all the way from non-credit workforce and basic education to degree and certificate programs, also career technical programs, the trades, if you will, and then also dual credit for our high school students, getting them a head start on where they're headed. Speaking of a head start, we love to have these students come in and join us right here at CWI because it helps get them integrated into the community and a sense of what they're here for, where they want to go, and then how we partner with them to help get them along that journey. And that's where you and I come in together. You partnering with us, with CWI, and us partnering with our students for the outcome, for the betterment of our community. You know, last year, part of the proceeds from this event alone helped us give out over $500,000 to scholarships to students over this last year, an increase of almost $100,000 from the previous year. If you take a look at that, it's about $1,500 rough cost per semester for a student to go full-time here at CWI. We haven't raised tuition in over 5 years, so we're cognizant of the cost along with you. But please help us make some of these dreams come true. We offer all kinds of degree and certificate programs, and perhaps there's someone that you know of that could benefit on getting a head start and open that door and get into a better opportunity for life. As we get started tonight for our Opening Doors event here in 2020, I want to issue a special thanks to our title sponsor, First Interstate Bank. Thank you for helping us to open doors for so many students. And with that, the chairman of our 2020 Opening Doors Committee, Mr. Ben Cheney. Ben?
Hello, my name is Ben Cheney, and I am the 2020 chairman of the Opening Doors Committee and a member of the Foundation Board of Directors. I would like to welcome you to the 7th annual and first ever virtual event. Opening Doors is an annual event put on by the CWI Foundation Board. Over the past 6 years, we have raised over $350,000 for student scholarships. This year's virtual event will include video segments of alumni, students, programs, and donors, as well as an amazing auction. The impact of an educated community goes well beyond our classrooms, and it all begins with one student deciding to pursue a degree or a certificate. The effect is felt by so many, including all of you joining us here tonight. You realize what a difference someone investing in themselves through education can make. I hope you feel the impact you make to a student through giving through a scholarship. CWI has awarded $494,315 to 468 students for the 2021 academic year. Thank you for tuning in tonight, for participating in the online auction, and for your scholarship gift. You are opening doors for students that may have once seemed impossible. You are not just raising money for scholarships, you are raising the idea of someone believing in themselves. This gift is priceless. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our MCs for the evening, Andy Mendez and Shane Larson, who are both CWI alumni.
Hey, live from CWI's Diesel Technology Lab, I am one of your MCs, Andy Mendez, here alongside one of my former people who I used to go to school with, that's not the correct term, Shane Larson, and along with Kevin Seward. And we are so excited to be here to help celebrate CWI's Opening Doors benefit auction. So some helpful tips, okay? So go ahead and text CWI to the number 22454 for the link to bid, or you can go to cwi.edu//opening doors. Now, this is where you're going to have to probably get some, extra technology, possibly your kids' laptop, okay? So if you do need to email any questions, you can go ahead and email support@auctionfrogs.org. And if you're old school, you could go ahead and call 208-807-3808. So the auction is now open through October 14th. And you know what? We're super excited to be here today, and I'm just excited as well. And I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Shane.
What's going on, guys? Again, my name is Shane Larson. I'm so excited to be here. Andy and I are both CWI graduates from 2015. And to our side, we've got Kevin. You guys are going to get to hear from him a little bit later. It's going to be fantastic. Again, we want to remind you, Andy said you want to use 2 devices or more, right? And the reason for that is because you might be watching the stream on Facebook or whatever on your laptop or whatever it might be on your phone. And you want to be able to have an extra device so you can make your bids and so forth. Also, don't forget, if you guys are joining us live, make sure to comment on Facebook because you'll be entered to win a $250 Albertsons gift card. We've got awesome prizes. We want to make sure that you guys get entered into that drawing. So like the post, share it, and comment, and make sure you guys let us know where you're watching from because we're super excited to be here with you guys tonight. It's going to be an amazing event, and I can't explain how excited I am to be able to give back to the college that gave me so much. Before we get started, we've got to give a major shout out to our title sponsor at First Interstate Bank, as well as our excellent sponsors, Allied Business Solutions and Skip Smizer. Now, we want to let you hear from Jeff Hune from First Interstate Bank.
Well, investing in our community is just the right thing to do. We are business people in the community, and it's like I said, it is the right thing to do when you live and work in the community. But I suppose selfishly, we want our community to thrive. We want to educate our folks. We want our businesses to grow because that's going to help us as a business grow also. We are a community bank. We're in 6 states, and we invest in each of the communities that we're in. Very specifically, we donate 2% of our pre-tax net profit every year to organizations within our local communities. Education is incredibly important. You cannot have a thriving business community unless you have a well-educated workforce. And those are the people that are going to work for the organizations that are growing here in Idaho and that are interested in moving to Idaho, and then they're going to start their own businesses as well. And when they do that, they're going to need a workforce to fill the cubicles and the factories. And so it all starts with a strong educational bedrock. Well, community colleges are incredibly important, and for a long time, Boise and the Treasure Valley didn't have a community college like CWI. Really, it serves a very unique purpose in that a 4-year school is not the right thing for every student, but education is right for everybody. And so CWI fits that mold of helping people get some education that they can apply to the workforce or determine that they want to continue with their education and go on to a 4-year school. And the fact that the growth that CWI has had shows that the vision that they had was absolutely right.
What's up, guys? Listen, we're going to check in with our auctioneer, Kevin Seward, to hear about some of the auction items. So now you get to hear and see Kevin himself. Take it away.
Thanks, Shane. Great evening here, and we are so glad to have all of you a part of this wonderful evening for CWI. We're going to take a minute here to point out a couple of key auction items that we want you to all to know about, and we're not going to hold anything back. And starting off with our very first auction tonight, auction item number 1 is the man, the myth, the legend, the real estate agent / fisherman extraordinaire, Mr. Mike Pena. He's always been a huge supporter of CWI, and we thank Mike again. This is a fishing trip with Mike, and he is going to take extremely good care of you. We're talking about you, and not only just you, but you and a friend are going to get out with Mike. He's going to provide you with breakfast. He's going to provide you with lunch and snacks. He's going to put you on the fish, guys, and he's going to teach you all the ins and outs of how to do that great fishing and catch those big, big fish, or maybe a halfway decent fish story. But guys, not only with this is coming a great opportunity to spend some time with Mike, but he's also going to give you some of those custom handmade fly fishing ties and have a wonderful evening with him, guys. So again, we thanks Mike. That's auction item number 1, and be sure you check it out. We're going to follow that up, guys, with auction item number 23. And this one, I tell you what, if you've ever want to get out of the state of Idaho and go see some of the most beautiful country, because we've got some beautiful country here, but guys, we're talking about Kenai, Alaska. This fishing trip is for you and 8 people for an entire week in Kenai, Alaska. Guys, they're going to put you on the Kenai River. They're going to let you go fishing, and they are going to get the fish there, and it's going to be an incredible experience. All you have to do is get up there and get yourself a nice good plane ticket, and if you'd like to get a guide, they're going to help you with that, and hopefully hook you up, guys. So some awesome auction items. Shane, I'm excited about what's here, and you can see some of the bids are already rolling in. So get on there, guys. Support CWI, and we're here to raise money tonight. Guys, back to you. Shane, Andy?
Go ahead.
Hey, thanks so much, Kevin. That sounds like actually a lot of fun, but I don't know how to swim. I'm thinking about, CWI and, the beginnings of everything. I'm kind of like thinking about, when we first started, you know what I mean, Shane? What was like your first memory that first day at CWI?
It's a good question. And when we first started, it seems like a long time ago because it was literally a decade ago when I came to CWI. But let me tell you all something. I was one of those guys that right out of high school, I went into college, I wasn't prepared. CWI didn't exist then. And I ended up leaving for a few years, which I might, tell you guys in a little bit about more about my story. But when I came to CWI, I remember thinking, this isn't a 4-year university. This is small. This is easy. But the coolest thing about it, Andy, was when I came to CWI, I was a few years removed from college, just like my first go around with it. I get to the campus, the Nampa campus, and it was much smaller. The school had not expanded to where it is now, but I remember the first day showing up, and I was actually excited because I had scheduled my classes with a lot of my friends, like my best friends. So we got to class together, one of which we didn't actually know it was the same class, the same schedule, until we were actually going to that class. We knew we were going to take some of the same classes, but we didn't know it was going to be the exact same time. So that first day I was kind of excited, and even more so when I actually went to my first class. I was like, this is awesome. And it was just a really fun experience for me. So I wasn't really nervous because it was a different experience than my first go around. But what about you?
Thinking back to 2011 when I was young and dumb. I was really green behind the ears, I'll say that much. And when I first started, my first class was English, and I was at the Caldwell campus, which is over in Nampa Caldwell Boulevard. Now it's just more so nursing. But honestly, that was my first experience, and I was scared. I'll say that. I was very scared. I was 18 years old. I had no idea what I was going to do. And honestly, the most triumphant moment was just getting to that first class and just going through English. And I'm glad I went through that because, that's why we're here today now, Shane. Yeah. That's how we got here.
Totally. There's a lot of memories that we've had, going through there, and that's a fun one to kind of like reminisce about, if you will. And this college we have, it's given us so much. And now we want to talk about a local foundation that gives back to students in the Treasure Valley. You want to hear about them, Andy?
Yeah, let's hear about it, Shane.
All right, guys. So we're going to let you guys hear about the Nagel Foundation. Stay tuned.
We created a partnership with CWI a number of years ago to support the boat tech schools so that we can provide a pathway for younger people at a lower cost when they're burdened with the cost of college. One of our biggest missions is education. We do a lot of other education grants, but this provides a niche education stuff that's different from the 4-year colleges and provides better career paths for a lot of people that wouldn't be able to afford the other.
We started supporting CWI VOTEC scholarships a couple years ago, and we felt that was a good way that we could impact individuals' lives as well as our community through putting out good individuals into our communities, which in turn created a good workforce.
We're providing their pathway to getting a skill set and being able to better their lives and create a new workforce for the Valley.
I think that the VOTEC scholarships really hit home for this community because there are a lot of VOTEC jobs available, and there are kids and individuals in this community that couldn't afford to go to school without our scholarship and are bettering their lives, and in turn are getting out of school and getting into a good job.
I think if you're in the Valley, you need to support the communities, support the workforce. It's one of the ways that we can create better talent.
I think the proof that CWI is doing a good job at their VOTEC school is that their students are graduating and getting good jobs.
I was a community college guy right out of high school, so I know the value of a community college education. And I realize that most of our students don't come from out of state, but they come locally. They may not have the funds to go to a four-year school, or they may be looking for something special. And we believe that we offer that special opportunity here at CWI. One of the greatest things that we offer to our students is the opportunity to get a post-certified education. They can come through here, get a certificate in a year, challenge the post-academy test. They can also get a 2-year degree through our program. And then on the community side, we are giving them quality students, well-educated, diverse in this class. We have had students from age 18 to our oldest student of 54. So we bring a variety of people with a variety of backgrounds in here that you wouldn't see in a traditional police academy.
I actually graduated in 2018. I was 17 at that time. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew law enforcement was what I was looking into, but I didn't know how to get there. I enlisted in the Idaho Army National Guard. So after that, I used my benefits to come to CWI.
A lot of students that I've taught here, they've stayed in the Valley, and for me, I was telling this that, you know, I want you to train, because you never know, it might be me that you're backing up on a traffic stop or on a domestic where I need the help, and I'm pretty confident in the fact that they will be because of the quality of instructors that we have here.
I plan to get in the law enforcement field detention to get my feet wet. As I may look, I am a young guy, so I need to get some experience under my boots. After that, then transition to patrol, looking to work in Canyon County, preferably Caldwell. That's where I grew up at.
Well, community colleges are huge. Not everybody can afford to go out of state or go to a four-year college, and these type of programs, specifically law enforcement, where it may be a technical specific thing, it's huge for some of those people who may not have that opportunity. By giving to these scholarships, you're then able to help students who live here, grew up here. They're going to be going out into the communities and then contributing again. It's just that circle, and hopefully one day that person who got helped will be able to help because they were able to earn that education.
When I went through the community college, I was in financial need, and I received some scholarship funding. I received financial aid, and I can tell you that there are a lot of students in our program, as well as across the entire college, that are in need. They really need some funding, some additional help. I can't tell you how important it is that you invest in these students, because these students are our future. And I would simply ask that you take a look at what we can provide and what this college provides, and that you'd make an investment in some of these students.
Well, hey, Shane and Andy, we are back to the auction, and we are here to highlight a couple of more great items for you tonight. I tell you, the catalog is absolutely clear, packed full of some really, really awesome things. We're just taking a couple minutes to highlight just a few of these for you, so we want you to check these out. Our next item that we want to point out is item number 21. Get in the catalog and check this out, but it is the ultimate fire experience. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a firefighter, this is the opportunity for you to join. And I think, from my understanding, I have a good friend who's a firefighter. He says that it's pretty much just about rescuing cats in trees and helping old ladies across the street. So beyond that, it should be a walk in the park, but it could be a little bit more entertaining as well. They're going to teach you some search and rescue type things. They're also going to let you use the jaws of life. So if you've got that little door ding maybe in your car and you want to see if it'll pop it out, this could be a great package to buy and use that jaws of life, guys. So great opportunity to do some simulated fire rescues and enjoy this great package by CWI's fire team. Next, law enforcement, item number 31. We thank our first responders, guys, and this is no different than an opportunity to learn from some of the best here. This is a great chance for you to get together and learn from our law enforcement educators here on how to do it right and what they get to go through. And that includes not only about how to throw the cuffs on somebody and maybe pin them against a car, and if you needed to get some money, I don't know, whatever you wanted to do, but also you're going to get to do some evasive driving and take you out on the course there. They're even even going to be a live fire with some live ammunition downrange as long as the weather's permitting. So check that out, guys. Wonderful opportunity to learn some defense tactics as well. So that's item number 31. And again, Shane, Andy, we're going to send this back to you, but there's some great items. Check this catalog out here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate it, guys. Check it out. And don't forget, I got to remind you real quick, if you're on the live stream, leave us some comments. Enter yourself into a drawing to get a $250 gift card to Albertsons. Listen, that's a lot of dino nuggets if you've got small children like myself, or you can get some sushi, you know, on a day. We just passed an Albertsons. You want to go get some sushi out of there? Great opportunities to go get yourself some groceries, all right?
Great sandwich bar, too.
Absolutely. There you go. Can't beat their chicken tenders. There's a lot of stuff back there. So make sure you guys leave some comments, share, give us some likes as we go throughout the event so that we can get back to you as well. So make sure to do that. Now, like we told you, Andy and I, we went to school forever. That's why we're here together. We couldn't get enough of each other. We wanted to, you know, always work together, essentially, is what it is. And today, I want to talk about a few memories. You know, we were talking about the memories before, like our first day at school. Well, Andy, I got a question for you. We're comm majors, you know, communication majors, and there are fantastic professors here at the college. But I want to know, like, if you have a memory with a specific professor that you'd like to share with the audience today.
Shane, there's so many memories with like all of them, like Johnny Rowe, Michelle Bennett, but particularly one memory that stands in my head is with Michelle Mahoney. I was in her media class and we were talking about music throughout the decades, and she ended up playing Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight, and like I just remember her standing back there, just start dancing, she's jamming, and I was just dying laughing because my family's from Southern California, and so literally that was just like a walk down memory lane, and it was like the first time I felt like a professor was super relatable to me in my life, and it's just probably one of those great memories, honestly. What about you, Shane? Okay,
I love that you shared that memory because for me as well, Michelle Mahoney was phenomenal. I mean, she was hip, you know? We related to her as college students. Now, that is no discredit to any of the other professors. I mean, I can't even name them all. Every one of them had an amazing impact on my life. But I, too, have a memory of Michelle Mahoney and her class. I took media storytelling during the first semester of its existence at the college, where we actually got to learn a lot of stuff. We learned how to edit videos. We went outside of our comfort zones to meet people. One of the things that she had us do, one of our projects, was to actually go outside and literally meet people, ask them their story, their backgrounds, and then we got to, you know, with their permission, make a post. It was called Humans of CWI. And it was really, really cool that we got to go outside of our comfort zones and learn. It's stuff that I've taken in my career, in my personal life, since leaving the college, right? And one of the things she also did was she was relatable. Like Andy said, super, super relatable. And she gave us good real life advice. I remember contemplating whether or not I wanted to go to a particular 4-year university after I was going to graduate from CWI. And she gave me some really, really good advice that was contrary to what I originally thought I was going to do. Turned out to be some of the best advice that I ever received. And I'm super grateful for that. So fun memories, comm majors, comm classes, absolutely fantastic. Now, as we move forward, guys, we're going to hear from Rod Emery at Edward Jones.
Well, I think with the growth that we've got here in the community, we need more people that are trained up to do the jobs that are going to be needed to support this community. And the way that CWI is able to partner with businesses that are coming in and custom tailor programs for who they need and what the training they need to get these people out and employable and working immediately after they graduate. So a friend of mine and he and I decided that we really wanted to do something a little more lasting than just giving. We were already supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Nampa, and we just continue to support the Boys and Girls Club of Nampa, but we saw an opportunity with CWI to create a scholarship that could offer scholarships to kids coming out of the Boys and Girls Club of Nampa. And so we were really, really excited when we realized we could custom word the scholarship and how that could be given out to local students and be supporting two institutions at one time. Part of the reason that we would like to give is we like giving back. You know, it's part of why we do it in the first place, is we're charitably minded in the first place. But secondarily, a lot of times we're giving because it's a tax advantage. And those dollars that we're giving can go a long, long ways. And in some cases, the dollars we give don't really cost us much because of the tax advantages that come with the gift. Well, the quality of the education is amazing because it's customizable to the need, and the teachers are top-notch, and the amount of economic impact that gives to families and students as they go out into the real world is hard to match.
Unique things about CWI that I've been really impressed with. One is the affordability of CWI and the small class sizes of CWI and how easy it is to find the things you need across campus. There's always somebody there willing to help. One semester in my class, about halfway through the semester when I knew my students fairly well, I looked around my room one day and I recognized that about a third of my students were single moms. And it was in that moment that I recognized the weight of what we get to do here. As a faculty member at CWI, we get to help these students better themselves and help them succeed, to support their families and show their kids that there's another way to do life. And I love being able to be a part of that. And that's one of the greatest joys that I get, is to see our students go on and succeed.
I graduated 2013 with a business degree. I then moved on to Boise State to get my economics degree. After I graduated with my bachelor's, I moved back to New York and enrolled in a master's program at Cornell in health informatics. Shortly after I graduated, I knew and felt that I wanted to come back into the community and bring my skills and expertise back into the Treasure Valley. What CWI has been able to provide in the Treasure Valley has been exceptional. The quality of instruction, the content, and the programs are industry leading, and I can definitely attest to that going through a rigorous program at an Ivy League school.
I think that the students who are receiving these scholarships are just so thankful. Almost all of my students work full-time. They are full-time students or part-time students while they're working full-time. They have families. They are so thankful to just have any kind of help because they're used to doing it on their own. And so if you can help them a little bit, they are that much further down the path.
We really appreciate those that support CWI and our students and give back to this community. Our students are then better educated to go out into the business world and make a difference in those businesses. And all of that makes our community better. So your donations help support our students and make our whole Treasure Valley a better place to live.
Well, guys, hey, we're back again here, and we're on to our third phase of pointing out some really great items for you. And Shane and Andy, that just keeps getting better and better every single time, and this is a great opportunity. We hope that you are checking out this live feed of all these great items that are at offered through CWI. So many wonderful things. Not only is great opportunities to get into our community and support that, but some great excursions and great chances just to go have fun with your family. This will pass, and we will get the chance to just go eat dinner whenever we want, however we want. But we're going to get into our third group of items here to point out to you, and this one I think is pretty cool because this gives you the opportunity to take a little bit of CWI home with you. Our first items to point out here tonight on here is items number 34, 26, 49, and 37. Now that may sound like a lot of items to point out, but these are all one-of-a-kind pieces of metal art done by CWI welding students. And so you can check out at number 34, a beautiful, beautiful set of trees that's set to hang on your walls there. You can see a state of Idaho cut out there. There's a really cool license plate star that you can see out there. So look at these, guys. These are just some awesome items. And that one-of-a-kind art piece, guys, what a great piece to add to any of your flower beds, or just out front there is a great statement piece. And every time you get to look at it, you're going to be able to know that you helped support CWI and those great welding students. And just to top it off and make it even a little bit better, we've got fire pits. Check out these 3 great fire pits. Item number 12, item number 38, and item number 42. One of a kind, custom made. There's not another one out there like it, guys. And these fire pits are going to be perfect. It's that time of year. It's getting a little cool at night, and we want to be able to sit out on our patios, get those things fired up, and just enjoy all that Idaho has to offer. So check these out. The CWI fire pits are auction items number 12, number 38, and number 42. Get those bids in, guys. We're here to support CWI and all the students. And again, we thank you for your participation and being with us here tonight. Guys?
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, take advantage of that. Put your bids in. And make sure you guys take advantage of the cool auction items that he's been mentioning all night long. Also, reminding you guys right now to leave a comment. We want to give a shout out to those who have already participated, who are on the live stream. I mean, I'll go first names. We got Annie, Russell, Shauna, Molly, Connie, Trudy, 2 Marks, and a Mitch. All right, let's go. Thank you for commenting. You guys are entering yourselves in for our drawing so you guys can get a $250 Albertsons gift card. Andy likes the sandwich bar there. We've already discussed some of the other amazing things we've got at Albertsons. So, hey, why not make it easy? Leave a comment, give us some likes, and we appreciate you being with us. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of share my story at CWI. I told you guys I came in at 2010. I was 22 years old at the time, and I referenced it briefly. But when I got out of high school, I graduated when I was 17. I went to a 4-year university, didn't really know what I was going to do, and I didn't really pay attention to my academics or anything of that nature. So I kind of got myself in a rut, ended up serving a church mission for 2 years out of the country, and when I came home, I couldn't get a student loan or a grant or anything because I had gotten myself, I just didn't pay attention to my academics prior. So I didn't have a lot of options. I could either go to that same 4-year university and spend a lot of money out of pocket, or this new school, College of Western Idaho, was around that wasn't there when I went to school before, and I could have a more affordable option to go to school and get my education. So it was really, really cool coming here in 2010. One of the coolest things about CWI for me, though, during the time I was here, I was actually here for 5 years, it's crazy, was the flexibility of schedule. A big thing for me was I always wanted to work full-time. I never wanted to take time off. So I always worked full-time while I was going to school here. The cool thing about College of Western Idaho is the fact that they worked around my schedule. They had classes all over, and you could take a variety, whether it was online or in person, and they were night classes, and there were all sorts of options that were flexible with my schedule. Not to mention the amazing relationships that I built during the time I was at the school. I mean, Andy's one of my friends from college. I mean, I'm talking to all my professors. We could shout them all out right now. I love all of them. They're fantastic. Now, they might not all love me, but that's totally fine. We had a good time when we were here. I built some amazing relationships that I have till this day, and it's amazing. So I had a great time here. And you know what the coolest thing is when I was coming out of high school, one of the things is people talked about community colleges and how certain credits didn't transfer to 4-year universities, and there was always the talk about that and the difficulties they had getting everything to transfer. Well, guess what? College of Western Idaho made that process seamless. Going to a 4-year university where I went to Boise State to finish up my bachelor's degree, it was a seamless process, seamless transition, and so it was just a fantastic 5 years, which is crazy, but I went through a lot of life experiences during that time, and CWI was always flexible and allowed me to get through all those and still get my education at an affordable rate, which in today's world, that's super important. And so it was a fantastic experience. I'm just grateful for it, and I'm glad to be able to share that story with you guys tonight. Now, as we transition, we're going to actually hear from, we got to actually talk about our innovation sponsors, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Cushing Terrell, Idaho Central Credit Union, and Western States CAT. Thank you guys so much for helping us out and being part of this and helping us put this event on. Now, let's hear from Greg Lowe over at Syringa Networks.
Well, my name is Greg Lowe, and I am the CEO of Syringa Networks. I've been here for 12 years. Helping build Syringa Networks into one of the larger telecom companies in the Northwest. Syringa Networks has a fairly large history of supporting education in Idaho. We were looking for alternative paths to support education. And CWI offers a lot of classes that are applicable to what we do as a business, and we thought it was a great opportunity to reach out. Traditionally, the workforce in the Treasure Valley has not been high-tech, and for Syringa Networks, that's always posed a challenge. We need very specific talents, and you need an established business base in order for those talents to be attracted and retained, and then be able to cross-pollinate between businesses. CWI specifically offers training around Cisco networking equipment, and we're a networking company. And so CWI provides a platform to bring students into the workforce, and we need that workforce. They are good employees, and so naturally you want to continue to go back to the source when it works, and it is working. Our investment in the scholarship is actually deepening that relationship, and that's why our relationship with CWI has been so attractive, because it provides students into specific training of what we need as a business. I think if you look across the breadth of the classes that they offer, there's an opportunity for every company in the Treasure Valley to help grow that base, whether it's medical or heavy industrial or tech. And so I would encourage everybody to look at what CWI is offering, help the students migrate into becoming productive people into the Treasure Valley business scene.
And the passion that I have for being here and teaching students is because of my own life and my own career and what mechatronics has done for me. So I have been all over the world. I went to a little 2-year trade school, and I've been all over the world and worked at some of the really coolest places that you can think of. Is you can do 2 years here, get out, get a job pretty quickly, and then go do some of the fun things that I did and have your company pay for your education. And I feel pretty darn confident that they're going to graduate. If they graduate, they're going to get a good job. I feel pretty darn confident about that. And I want to be a part of that. And I enjoy doing that.
So since high school, I jumped around jobs a little bit, ended up working as an electrical apprentice and wanted to go deeper into that. So I found this program and it felt right, looked right, and so I got started in it.
I get a lot of non-traditional students in this program. A lot of them are already working. I had a student come into me one semester. He was working full-time night shift, and he would be waiting at the door for me at 6:30 in the morning. I get here at 7, class starts at 8, sleeping on the table. And I would bring him into my classroom, and he was an excellent student. He worked hard, and he put his effort in to doing what he needed to do, and I got to help him do that. And because he had a couple of young children, and he would come and go to school, go home, and only have 3 or 4 hours, go to sleep and go to bed, and get up and go do it all over again. And he made it through that program, and he's working now in a company locally here, doing really well. So to take part of that, there's no other feeling like it, truthfully. It's better than the observers finding an excellent star in the sky. I really enjoy this much more.
I have a young daughter and my wife, and right now I'm the sole provider for our family, so for me, scholarships are extremely beneficial. While I'm going to school, I'm also trying to work and stay out of debt, and so any little bit helps me a lot. I have a lot of gratitude for people that are investing in students here. I think for me, I like to earn what I make, and so it's hard for me to ask for money. But I look at it as money that maybe I haven't earned yet, but that I will earn as I learn and as I contribute to this community and to industry around here and my future jobs. I fully intend to earn what is invested in me, and I have a really strong appreciation for those that are willing to invest.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. We want to take a look at the leaderboards right now and talk about how much we've raised so far, which our goal is $75,000. Andy, what can you do with $75,000?
Oh, Shane, I can literally buy so much makeup. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
$75,000 of makeup, huh?
Yes. Sephora, that would be nice. Thank you.
Nice. So with $75,000, that's our goal. So far, we've raised $60,704. So we're just $15,000 away, just a little bit under $15,000 away. Guys, put your bids in, your donations, everything that you can do so we can get to that goal of $75,000. We want to give a shout out to the leaderboards here. We've got Christine, who put a $300 donation in. Molly with a $75 AAA membership bid. And then we had Mark, $60 for the Boise Hawks fan pack. Connie putting in $125 for the vehicle engine tune-up. Thank you, guys. That's a little quick check with the leaderboard. And we also want to give a shout out to our leaderboard sponsors, Autovol, Ferguson Wellman, Pioneer Title Company, and Title One. Thank you guys so much for helping us with this event and being part of it for us. So we appreciate all of you guys, and thank you for tuning in. Now, you guys heard my story earlier. I got to tell you about my CWI story, but the one everyone has actually been waiting for is right here. It's Andy. We're going to let Andy tell her story. Take it away.
Thanks, Shane. I did talk about this a little earlier when I first started with CWI. I was 18, first English class, and I'll tell you something. I honestly did not have a foundation. I did not know what I was going to do. When you're 18, there's a lot of people who go on to four-year colleges like Shane was talking about, but for me, I knew that just was not a right fit personally and financially. So honestly, that's why I came to CWI. And if it wasn't for CWI, I honestly would not have had the platform that I do today. I was able to grow as an individual and as an adult, and at the same time, I was able to really flourish within CWI. I became a part of the speech and debate program here, where I became a national champion in speech and debate in 2015, which allowed me to transfer to continue on my education to Boise State, where I continued with my bachelor's degree. And I ended up scholarship to be a part of the Boise State Talking Broncos, where I became another two-time national champion. And if it wasn't for CWI's foundation, if it wasn't for that nurture and that support and wonderful people like yourselves, I honestly would not be here today with Shane and everybody. And so, you know what? Let's go ahead and highlight some awesome our ambassadors and auction item sponsors. So a big shout out to our ambassador sponsors: Anderson Construction, Alliance Title and Escrow, Holly Troxel and Attorneys and Counselors, Icon Credit Union, and Pacific E-Recycling. Auction item sponsors: Ballinger Insurance, Northwestern Mutual, Bank of Idaho, and ESI. You know what? Thank you guys so much, because students like me and Shane back in the day, we really benefited from stuff like this. You know what? Let's go ahead and hear from Kevin about our sponsor, a student.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. We really appreciate your story, and thanks for doing what you guys do here tonight. It's been a great evening for us. Well, we only have 60 items in the catalog tonight, and we know that there's more than 60 of you out there that would love to support CWI. And so how do we do that? How do you do that tonight, not only through this catalog, but in the future? And what we do tonight is, guys, there's a great opportunity for you to step forward and just make a great donation to CWI and the Scholarship Fund. You've heard from both of these guys here tonight that scholarships were a massive part of their experience here at CWI. And without those, they may not have been able to be where they're at today with the successes that they've had. And that's because of your great contributions to the scholarship program. So what does that look like? Well, if you look at the catalog tonight, you're going to see that there's a great opportunity for you to click on the Donate Now. And that is just a great straight donation, just cash. Just give it to CWI and let them choose where they can best put that tonight. But I want to give you just a couple of quick rundowns of what your money could do. So tonight, for $5,000, that would support tuition and books for an entire year for one student. $5,000, that's great. Tuition and books for one semester, simple math, $2,500. Laptop and software, $1,000. Books and supplies for a semester, only $500. School supplies for one of these students, $250 tonight. And if you'd just like to sponsor one of those caps and gowns for them to just not only put the icing on top of the cake, guys, that's a $100 donation tonight. But you'll see in here, you can choose that denomination. If you want to give $100, $300, $400, $5,000, shoot, give $250,000. Let's just give it all, guys, and help CWI and the Scholarship Foundation and these students become successful and great members of our community. Guys, I appreciate it. It's been wonderful being here. Back to you guys tonight. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Kevin. Thanks, you so much. That was awesome. So we're going to get into the next segment here. I want to ask Andy, you talked about your time at CWI. You're part of the speech and debate team. How many championships did you win? Didn't you guys win a lot?
Yes. So, fun little fact is the College of Western Idaho is ranked like the #1 community college when it comes to speech and debate. So, if you want to donate, that also helps too. But also, just if we're talking about in the Pacific Northwest, CWI, which funnels into Boise State, top 2 right there, and they won a ton. And I personally won 2 champions. I'm a national title holder winner, which is pretty legit. I wish I had a ring like Tom Brady, but my engagement ring will have to do.
Hey,
so,
but you got stories to share for it, right? So
I do.
All she does is win. All right, that's all she does is win, and that's why we're actually going to segment into our winners tonight. If you caught that, you know. So
Yep.
she's a winner. We're going to talk about our winners tonight. Andy, do you want to go ahead and tell us about our registration drawing winner?
Yes. So we drew a winner from all the people who registered for our online auction, and thank you so much to that. And so the winner is, sorry, that's it, Tony Zandes. Yay! Tony wins $250 gift card to Albertsons. Treat that well. If you want to take me, that would be great too. I love sandwiches. But congratulations, Tony. That's awesome.
Right on. So we're going to get to the next winner, which was the one I had been talking about throughout the entire discussion here. For those who wanted to make a comment, right? Those who commented on the live feed and gave us a little bit of interaction during the entire event, we did our drawing, and Mark Dunham is the winner of a $250 Albertsons gift card as well. Mark, we also want to say thank you for all your time and dedication to the college, and thanks for participating tonight, and congrats on the gift card. You can get a lot of stuff with that like we talked about earlier. So thank you, guys. Let's take a look at what we've got next here.
Hey folks, how you doing today? My name is Ivan Castillo. I am the current president for the CWI Foundation Board, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the reason why I'm involved with CWI. How about we start with this? We serve over 35,000 people in the Treasure Valley. The reason why I give my time and talent and finances to this CWI is because I like to invest in the future of our community by being able to offer perspective and be able to mold the minds of those who attend CWI. I know I'm doing the right investment. With over 10 years in the Valley, we have seen the impact that we have generated by going from no one to 35,000 people. And lastly, one of the things that I want to thank you, all of you, for attending this first virtual event is because we're here to give. So I want you to think of a number. And once you're done with that number, do me a favor and double it, because we're here to give generously to CWI and make a difference for years to come. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys, for participating in the event. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks for bearing with us as we were trying to MC the event. It was a fantastic time having all of you guys with us. Just want to say thank you, and keep bidding, keep donating, and be mighty. What do you got to say, Andy?
You know what? Thank you guys so much for having us this evening. I know it was probably a little bit of a train wreck, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and keep donating and keep being mighty, honestly. Thanks, guys.